Welcome back, everybody, to the Easterseals Gaming Streamathon, where we're just now kind of getting comfy and cozy, a couple hours in and plenty more to go. But if you are just joining us, first and foremost, hello and thank you for joining us. And secondly, we've got our housekeeping. We got to make sure that you guys know what it is that you are watching. On top of it being a ton of awesome creators, it's Easterseals and it's Easterseals Gaming. And before the gaming part, there was just Easterseals. And if you don't know, they're the seventh largest disability service organization in the United States with a mission to advance equity, inclusion, and access. And now we add on the gaming because for disabled gamers, they desire community within gaming, but they often don't feel welcome, despite making up 1 in 4 Americans and 1 in 5 gamers. So Easterseals Gaming is now the solution to that problem, and they exist to create a new standard for equity, inclusion, and access among all gamers, and to amplify the disabled voices and accessible innovation, which you guys have seen in some of those ads rolling. What we're seeing in terms of innovations, excuse me. And it's important that we do it today because today is International Persons with Disabilities Day. So please, please, please tell your family, tell your friends, send the stream link out and get some more eyes on these wonderful creators as we have wonderful partners that are kind of helping us put this one on here. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you guys got a chance to name that bunny during the break. Sure, it made it into your Google form, and as mentioned, from Taylor Metro, the partners. We've got a great list of sponsors, partners going through today. There'll be some giveaways from these partners. Logitech, maybe some headsets, some accessible tech on its way. Graphite Lab will have some game codes to give away in addition to Activision Blizzard. And of course, the organizing partners, the faces behind the whole thing, making it possible. Airlock, our streaming partner for the event, and Drafter Media as well, that production partner. So putting this whole broadcast on for you guys today. Donations currently sit at 135. We're looking for that 10K. Keep them on coming throughout the day. Plenty of hours left in this Streamathon. And you guys are watching, you're tuning in, and we got to reward you for doing so. We've got a giveaway. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to enter, we're going to do !bunny in the chat to enter those giveaways. We've got 3 different items that are going to go out. 2 exclusive Easterseals caps. The little logo, not yet to be named. The bunny will be at the top of that cap. That'll come to 2 lucky winners. An Activision Blizzard game key in addition. So maybe a little game for the free ski you can pick up as well. !bunny, 3 winners going to come through, and we'll roll those after what is our next streamer. I mentioned plenty of action today. Let's get a quick look at the schedule and see who's up next.
A lot of gamers today, and we're only here on our third one. So
Yeah.
Rachel, Miss Petty Dreadful, playing a little bit of Fall Guys, having some fun with the drafter friends, and then we just hopped off with Raven and Aaron, Geeky Gimp, who you see have a slot later on in the show, playing some Overwatch 2. And now we get to introduce our friend Dominic Evans, who's going to be playing alongside a friend of their own, and they're going to be well, I want to say building just because I feel like that's the only thing that I do in Minecraft Cat, but I know that there's a lot more that they can do. But I think without further ado, let's go ahead and get them introduced and kind of chat with them a little bit before they get to the world that is Minecraft. There they are, Paul and Dominic Evans. Dominic, this is your time to shine. This is your moment, and we're happy to have you. We know you're going to be playing some Minecraft, but why don't you give us a little bit about yourself, your community, and kind of what Minecraft means for you?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Dominic Evans. I'm multiply disabled. I play games laying down. Up until a few months ago, I used to stream on Twitch laying down because I have chronic pain and spinal muscular atrophy and a variety of other disabilities. I'm also neurodivergent. And I am trans and non binary. I use they and he pronouns. My community has always been about inclusion and providing a safe space for LGBT disabled folks like myself because I haven't really felt included in gaming for, you know, pretty much my whole life. I've really not felt included most places. So, yeah, in my non-streaming time, I work in the film and television industry. I'm a filmmaker. I direct things. I recently directed a music video, and I'm trying to show the world that disabled directors can direct from anywhere. So me and my partner have been working on a television pilot, and we're also set to release our latest study into disability representation on television within, like, we're talking within the next couple weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
We just started getting back data on our third study. So we have 3 years of data now. We're actively watching TV for our fourth study. We watched 250 shows for this last year. We watched every single episode, just me and two other people. So we know everything about the state of representation of disability on TV.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
really exciting. Yeah, but most of my work is about representation, and that includes gaming. And I happen to have my own Minecraft server. I'm going to get to show you the world we created. It's got like a subway system and cool stores. And I love Minecraft because with accessibility, I've managed to make it something where I can create anything I want. So I think that disabled people that can gain access to play, because Minecraft has so many ways that you can make it accessible, will find this vast world of creation in the game. So.
That's absolutely beautiful. Every single piece of it. We're so excited to see your Minecraft world. Without further ado, come on, bring it in. Dominic and Paul, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So, Dominic, you and I, we get a chance to take the reins over for a minute, so we'll get a chance to chat with Dom, find out more about his gaming style, and also we've been monitoring the chat. And you guys continue to share that love. We'd like to thank everyone who've donated so far. This amazing initiative that we have here at the Easterseals, and just the gaming in general, how it has touched everyone's life. And while Dom is getting set up, I'll let you know a little bit about me. I'm a C6 quadriplegic, been one for almost 30 years. Yes, can you believe that? 30 years. I am a power wheelchair user. I also am able to game. I love game. I gamed before my accident, and I'm gaming after my accident as well. So I'm a broadcast journalist by trade. I work for ABC News Radio affiliate out here in Southern California. But I'm also um, getting my side hustle on as an accessibility consultant too. Worked on a number of games that have been out, and we'll talk about that later on. But it's about Dom right now in gaming, and Dom, what made you gravitate towards Minecraft? Was it something that you always wanted to do, or share that story if you don't mind? Fine.
I actually have a really interesting story about this because so I play all kinds of games. If people know me, they would know that I am actually I used to play a lot of Fortnite and a lot of shooter games and whatnot. And so then I got into film school, and I needed something kind of mindless to play because I was having 14-hour days on set. And I just needed something that I didn't need to think about, that was really easy. And I found Minecraft on Xbox, and it was so, like, just simple about the creation and whatnot. And it let me just create, and I could just distress from film school. So that's how I got into Minecraft. But I really play a wide variety of games. I play a lot of Apex now. I've been really getting in on Pokemon Violet. In fact, I am one team base away from finishing the game with my girlfriend. We've been playing together, so I really have an eclectic uh, gaming style, but Minecraft has been a kind of a old favorite just because it's so relaxing and you can create so much. And I'm actually about to show you. So this is my island. This is actually based on the first thing I made. So I was Game of Thrones was just coming, like, it was really big while I was in film school, and it was just brand new. And I wanted to make a wall, so I spent the whole time making this massive wall. And My son's autistic and he was a teenager at the time. And being a teenager, you and your family, like you do things to piss off your parents. He deleted my Minecraft world because he was mad at me after I made this epic wall. So I said, one day I'm going to come back. I eventually forgave him after grounding him for life, pretty much. No, just kidding. I got over it, as parents do. But so I decided I would make this. This is going to be like a village inside here. And as you can see, this is to the subway. So you can go down this way, and I created a subway. You can also, this is also, you can come down this way through a water elevator. You can go that way. You can go up in there. So then this is the little train tracks. And then people can come in and
Wow.
see. Yeah, let me see. Where is my okay.
Now, when you ever go to your wall, Dom, you ever get the urge to go back to a Feel Good Minute and say, you need me on that wall, you want me on that wall? You ever do that again?
Well, I do sometimes. I mean, I've made it such a good wall that I'm gonna show you. There's little it's not just a wall. It's like a place where you can stay, to like a hotel. So it's got lots of places for lots of people, lots of good men to come stay on the wall. So I want to invite you there with the hospitality I've included. So
Let's have a happy hour there, all right?
yeah,
We can have some fun, talk about gaming, and just have a grand old time. And once we're joining us on Twitch right now, we really appreciate having you on and the comments and everything. And this is what GT Gimp said. I need a Minecraft tutor so I can learn how to play this. I want to visit the subway. So I believe that's Aaron. Aaron who said this. See, I don't do a lot of twitching, so when I look at people's names and everything, I think that's Aaron right there. So if I get your name wrong, who you are in real life, or if I am dry snitching and letting people know your real name, I apologize. So now you got to help me out on that with my Twitch kind of etiquette, okay?
yep, yep. That is
Yeah.
Aaron. That is Aaron. Yes, Aaron. So this is actually my server. So if you ever want to know Aaron, I'm more than happy to show you. As you can see, uh, this is a very extensive network of subways. So this is the first stop, and you get off. I'm going to actually go back to this, but this is a place you can either go down. This is one of the stops. So the one thing is, I'm using controller. I've actually adapted Minecraft to use controller, so it is a little like harder for me to move sometimes. But as you can see, I made this little exit here, and this is actually this is the spawn area, and you can actually use all this and buy things. So you can go to this vendor and he can sell you stairs. He can sell you pretty much everything. We've made stores for everything. I designed almost all of these stores. A couple other friends help. And then if you go in the spawn area here, there's a couple different things I've designed. The first one is here's the water elevator up to the top of the spawn area. And then if you need food, because I'm in creative mode, but you can play on my server whatever way you want. So if you're playing in survival mode, you need food, and this is our automatic garden. And I'm going to show you how this works. So you plant food, so you plant crops, and then you can see they're all done now. So you hit the switch, Just take a minute, you just hit it, and watch this. All the water is going to come down and wash the crops.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so then it washes it down. And so anybody that plays in my world can come here and grab some food, and you got some food. And so then when you need to eat, you won't starve. So
That's pretty cool. You got some potatoes, you got some uh,
carrots and
carrots.
yeah. Lots of
That
lots
is
of good food.
cool. That is cool. And I want to take this time again to talk more about the Easter Sales Gaming Initiative that's going on. This is really amazing. And Aaron has bestowed upon me the grand privilege. I remember when this was kind of like in inception, and we had conversations about this, and to see where we're at today is really really awesome. And for some of you who just jumped on to this Twitch stream, checking out Dom doing his thing and Minecraft, I want to share some things about ES Gaming. It's a new Easter Seals initiative to create a new standard for equity, inclusion, and access among all disabled gamers. So, in the words of the late great Rodney King, can we all just get along who are disabled? Because we all want to just have an inclusive type of experience, no matter if you're like myself with mobility challenges, or if you're deaf, if you're blind, congenitive problems. You know, we all are looking to see how we can all game together and do it inclusively, and also how we're working to amplify voices and accessibility innovations to create more of an inclusive space. So if you're a disabled gamer like myself and Dom, and what are some of the challenges you face in gaming, and maybe Dom and myself can share some of our little secrets and also ones in the chat too. And don't forget too, you can support us in the chat right now. You can support the E Gaming, this ES Gaming Streamathon that we have going on right now.
Yeah.
Dom, what has been some of the innovations in gaming that has made it more accessible for you to game personally?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'm actually instituting them right now. I'm using a controller on Java Minecraft. This is a keyboard and mouse game, but I'm using I don't know if you can see my hands in the video, but I'm actually using a Microsoft Xbox controller that's been modified by someone to allow the buttons are easier to press. I am also using it's called REWASD. I call it REWASD, but I'm sure that's not the name. But it allows me to remap the buttons. So I'm actually showing you this really cool thing. I don't know if you can see it. This is called a skeleton spawner. I built this. Basically, the skeletons fall down right here. They shoot up through there, through the tube, and then you can go down here. And if you have broken tools, you can hold your tool in your hand, and then you come down here, in here, and you break these. They'll let you break them eventually. And you see that little green stuff? That'll refill your tools. So I made this see-through so you can watch the skeletons as they fall into this spot. They come out here, they travel by water through the ceiling, and then they fall down. It's a really cool thing to watch. But I did this all with an accessible controller by a company. I go through this place called Beaver Customs. They're terrific. They modified my controller to where I have grips on the bottom so that when I lean it against me, it doesn't slide. And then all of the buttons are really easy to press because I don't have the muscle strength to press it. So, yeah. So,
Thanks. Thanks for sharing that, Dom. And those who are on the chat right now, if you want a chance to win some prizes, we got you covered. What you have to
yeah.
do is do exclamation point and bunny and type that in if you want to remain active in the chat. Otherwise, there's no other requirement. Just go ahead and do that and keep those questions coming, those accolades coming, and this is what Aaron said. Aaron, or Geeky Gimp. I'm sorry, I keep dry snitching her real name. I'm sorry, Geeky Gimp. Um, It said she said, "OMG, the skeleton cannon is everything." So give you props there, Dom.
Yes, yes, the skeleton. It's called a skeleton spotter. See, they usually fall right down there, and then yeah, you just hold your tools, and then it will make it so you never have to build or make new tools. Also, in my world, we have this competition board where you can take on jobs. You sign up here, it'll let you dig, it'll let you explore, you can fish, you can craft, you get paid for it, and then you can use that money out here to buy stuff at all the stores.
Wow. When I look at this right here, Dom, it just really co-signs on the fact that gaming is so awesome. Being able to create worlds, be able to create it in our vision, things that we want to customize it with, and just having our imagination just run wild. And Dom, if you found Aladdin's lamp, you had three wishes. What would your first wish be when it comes to gaming, accessibility, inclusion? If you had those three wishes, what would they be? The first one.
I think the first one would be for gaming companies to universally recognize that accessibility is not only imperative, but it is also like it's better for them monetarily, you know?
I love that. I love that. And the gaming industry has really made some awesome strides over the years. I remember when I first got injured nearly 30 years ago, Don. I thought gaming was lost to me, that I would never be able to game again.
Yeah.
And then, and being an OG when it comes to gaming, I had to learn the game before of accessibility features. You know what I mean? It was just
Oh
like,
yeah.
hey, grab control, use my chin, use my mouth, all those things. And then when the accessibility features came in, I was like, whoa, this is like a whole new different ball game right here. And what was kind of like your aha moment when it came to gaming, when you looked at it and said, okay, the future looks pretty bright. We'll be able to make some
Yeah.
strides.
Well, so my doctors from I grew up in the 90s, the late 80s, early 90s, and my doctors, Nintendo, Super Nintendo was big, and they were like, well, you can't go out and play in the snow, so you you need something where you can still do like some kind of activity. And so I was like, well, what about gaming, right? And they were like, well, yeah, you're moving your hands. That'll keep your hands, nimble, your fingers nimble and whatnot. And that's what happened. That's how I realized that gaming was, important and great for me. And so because my doctor encouraged it, I don't think I've ever had a time where I didn't think gaming wasn't something I could do. It was just a matter of what can I play?
I love that. And
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that with us, Dom. And when you look at what's been able to what we're able to accomplish now with gaming, and this what makes the ES Gaming initiative so awesome. Having a amazing organization like the Easterseals, that's a century old, largest disability service organization in the U.S., serving 1.5 million individuals and families and their 70 affiliates location worldwide, get behind gaming. When Aaron first approached me about this, I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. And then meeting with others who are part of the Easterseals, who get it as well, get that this movement is awesome, it's amazing, something that we need to do. It just really shows where we're at in the stream of time. And Dom, when you heard about what Easterseals was going to do when it came to gaming and really using their power and their voice to help bridge this gap, what were some of the thoughts that went through your mind?
Well, I don't think people know this, but I was actually served by Easterseals when I was a kid. So Easterseals has been a part of my life since I was very little. So I'm not surprised because the one thing I remember about Easterseals was that they actually helped my family, and I don't feel like organizations have always helped. You know, my dad was deaf and nobody would buy his hearing aids, but Easterseals did. My family could not have gotten that. We were poor. There was no way my family would have been able to afford uh, the hearing aids for my dad. They bought I wore shoes for my feet that because my feet, I had foot drop. Hang on one second. I need to wipe my eyes real quick.
Oh, no
But
problem, my friend.
but yeah, but they bought all these things for my family, and you know, we couldn't have done it without Easterseals. Get the one eye, please, the top eye. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what it is. Here, push my glasses up, please. But my allergies seem to be worse in the winter. I don't understand why. So it makes no sense, but it seems like I get on the streams and it's like waterfalls coming out of my eyes. And I just want to also point out in the game that what I'm showing you, so this is the interior of the wall. So the first level that I made is all of these bedrooms. So this is where all the if people want to come stay, if they want to come work on the wall, they can stay there. Um, you know, and then there are all these areas. There's another level. There are two other levels up on the in the wall. And I also want to say hi to everybody. I know we've been talking a lot and I didn't want to be rude, you know, but I see all your comments. I see you, Mikey. I see you, Tavern. Yes, we are one big happy family. Hi, Mikey. Mikey is actually one of my mods and a part of my family, and they stream on the Minecraft server. They've been talking a lot about the fun we have. You can see this is a place you can just, I'm just flying because I'm in creative mode, so I can just fly around and show you everything. But you can see, you can run down this interior of the wall. I'm trying to tell you so many things at once. This is where my ADHD is helpful because I can go from topic to topic to topic really easy.
Well, I'm glad to meet a fellow HD hyperactive person like myself. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
that's what they called us when I was growing up. But yeah, I'm the same way, Dom. I can and people like trip out like sometimes. Like, how can you do all that? So it's just my brain is wired that way. I can do that. And to circle back, what I believe it was Behavior Tavern said, we are one big family. Yes, we are. And that's what make gaming so fun and gaming so awesome. And so Geeky Gimp wants to know, how did I uh, get into gaming? Well, I always loved gaming when I was growing up. I would go like to the corner store, and that's when they would have like the 25-cent Miss Pac-Man, Centipede, and all those
Oh,
different games back
yeah.
in the days. And then when I found out that I can get that at home and play it at home, with the different gaming systems, I was hooked. I was not going to let that, you know, slip from my grasp, because I love to be entertained, love to do certain things, and that's how I got into gaming. Now, how I got into the gaming field as a side hustle, that's a serendipitous story right there. Because, like I talked about earlier, I'm a broadcast journalist by trade, and I was covering E3 one year, and our good friends at Sony PlayStation, they would have their different showcase for the media, and also industry professionals, and one year they had a space for everyone who was part of the disabled community, and their lead counsel came over to us and was like, "Hey, I want to make sure you guys are fine. You guys need water or anything." So we exchanged cards, and I shot him an email and said, "Hey, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to make sure we as the disabled community was comfortable and really had a wonderful experience." And he fired right back to me and said, "Hey, we're putting the first ever PSX, that's when they had the PlayStation Experience accessibility meetup. You want to help me to organize it?" And I was like, "What? You want me to help you organize it?" So, long story short, helped them organize it. Met Sean Layden, who was the CEO of PlayStation back then, and met Sam Thompson, who was the senior producer over at Naughty Dog and Worldwide Studios. He and I struck up a friendship. And from that point on, worked closely with them, with their dev studios, worked with Naughty Dog, Insomniac. Um, I'm getting old. I can't think. Insomniac, Santa Monica Studios, and even Gorilla. On major projects out there. And if you can guess what kind of projects that I worked on in the past, I can get Dom to get you an autographed picture of himself. So that's one of the prizes, right, Dom?
Absolutely. It's like me and the bikini shot, obviously. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
There we go. So that's me in a nutshell of my gaming journey. And Dom, what are you doing right now?
Okay, this is exciting, actually. So you see what these are? These are eggs, and what I'm doing is I'm building a protective shell around. So this is a turtle sanctuary near my house, and what I'm doing is basically at night monsters will attack the eggs and eat them. So what I'm doing is I'm protecting these turtle eggs so that little baby turtles can hatch and whatnot. So,
Oh, now, Dom, are you one of those that like to have conversations when you game, or are you one of those like to focus? 'Cause I know, like with me, like it's depending on what game that I'm playing. I'm like, don't talk to me, don't say nothing to me. What about you, Dom?
it really, yeah, I'm like that too. It depends on if it's, you know, it really depends on, I think I'm going to make this so that the baby can crawl out, but the monster's not getting in so much. You got to find a way to allow the babies to get out, but not necessarily let the monsters eat them.
I love it. I love it. Here's some more fun facts of the ES gaming that the Easterseals are putting into place for all of us disabled gamers. The program is going to include the Easterseals. Well, I'll talk about some of the programs the Easterseals do. Like Dom talked about how you've been a part of it for many years. The Easterseal programs, they include early childhood development, autism services, medical rehabilitation, employment programs, veterans and military families services, adult and senior services, and assistive technologies. Easterseals is working to incorporate gaming throughout their national programs, but we need your help, and that's where you can come in. If you notice in the chat, there's links there how you can help us to continue to raise money. And Dom, since we've been on, we've had some of our friends donate, so that's really awesome. So
Yes,
thank you so much.
donating.
Those who donated for the cause, we really, really appreciate it.
Yes, and also there is I hear there's a contest to name a bunny. Is that true? I've heard that. Yes, so nice. If I were you, I'd think about that. I know some of you that are good at naming things, so
yeah, like Dom talked about, name the bunny contest.
Yes, name the bunny.
I'm sporting my Easterseals hat, and my hat's off to you. You guys found a hat big enough for my big head, so if they can find one for my big head, they can find one for everybody. It's a pretty dope hat. Look at it. See? My lighting is kind of washing out the logo of the bunny, but it's a pretty dope hat. Thank you, Aaron and ES team for hooking us up with that. How long do you game when you game, Dom? Hours, days?
Oh gosh,
Share with us.
I can game for hours. I would say that I typically game on average about, when I have a gaming session, it's probably about 6 hours is my limit, because without taking a break. So if I don't break, then it's about 6 minutes of time. So
Love that. I love that. And thank you, Aaron. See, I'm dry sensing again. Geeky Gimp, thank you for telling me I'm looking stylish. Appreciate that. Cash, thank you so much. Mikey, appreciate that, bro. Really appreciate that. And
Mikey,
I need to get into streaming myself on Twitch.
so
I've
what do you
never
like?
done it.
What do you like to play? What are your games?
I play, it's kind of weird. I go through the spectrum. So, I'll get down with some Madden, but then I'll get down with some
Yeah.
Astrobot. Then I'll get down with some Sid Meier's Civilization. I love building things, love world building.
Oh yeah.
So those are the kind of games that I like playing. I love adventure games. I love just games that really test my skills. And one of the things that I've had a challenge with, and Dom, maybe you can chime on this too, is just fatigue when we're gaming. And I used to be bothered by that, but then I remember before my accident, I would get fatigued when I was playing video games. So, how do you deal with fatigue when you're gaming, Dom?
Yeah. So I think that that's why I started gaming laying down, because I was fatigued a lot. I was, tired all the time. And I think that really, it's really allowed me to kind of restore my energy a bit more. So I think that's really been the big thing for me, is that I've been able to figure out the fatigue by listening to my body. And that was the thing. People did not want to let me, they haven't always been kind to me gaming, laying down. And it's like, but it gives me relief I need. You know what I mean? It's better for me, it's safer for me. It's healthier for me to game this way.
When you look at like some of the accessibility features that we have now in video games, what has been the most helpful for you gaming?
The most helpful thing, I think that, what has been most helpful is that gaming companies like Microsoft have started saying, okay, there, you are disabled, you do have needs. And I think for a long time, the companies weren't there. So you talked about that you went to E3 and whatnot. So I was actually invited to E3 multiple times. I was never able to go because of travel restrictions from Ohio or Michigan, where I was living. I live in Michigan now still. But I was invited as a reporter, my partner and I, because we used to run this blog. That's actually kind of how I got into gaming. Was we ran this blog, and it was a gaming and entertainment blog. So we ended up working with all these major entertainment companies like Sony. You mentioned Sony. We actually worked with the Sony PR people. We worked with Microsoft, we worked with HBO, we worked with Universal Studios, we worked with NBC, CBS, pretty much all the major entertainment companies, and they would send us products. and we would review them. And it started out that I would include a paragraph about, is there disability in this game? Is there disability representation in this movie? You know, what is the disability representation? Is the game accessible to, you know, just a wide overview of disabilities? And it would be like a couple paragraphs, and that would be included. And we were invited to E3 for that. And that's actually how I met Aaron. Aaron actually applied to write for our website Gamerazzi, and this was so long ago that we literally were writing for free games. That's what we were getting, was free games out of it. And we would just post reviews. We would post let's plays before they were really called let's plays. This was like in the early to mid 2000s. So really back then when we were contacting these companies, I would say Microsoft they were not responsive at all about accessibility. It was like we would tell them and they would kind of be like, yeah, sure, accessibility, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't get it. And I gotta say that I would say maybe in the last 10 to 15 years, there was a moment where you can see all the companies where they get it. It's like a light bulb switch went off. And I feel like that moment is so significant, you know, to me as a gamer and me as a creator of content, not just because I was, you know, in the moment working with these companies, but because it's like I've been trying for so long to get them to listen to us, to acknowledge that accessibility was a thing. So that moment to me is the most significant moment when they finally understood. And since then, Microsoft has come out with so many different things. And well, I feel like you know, everything could be better. They it's like they at least are listening now, I guess. And I feel like before that moment, they weren't even listening to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That is so true. And definitely want to give some flowers out there to my man Bryce Johnson, who over at Microsoft did some amazing things with the Xbox accessible controller and some of the other ones on the dev team who've done some great things. And we got a few comments in the chat I'd like to share. Behavior Tavern said about most accessible or things in accessibility settings that help them gaming. This is what Behavior Tavern said. Says for me, I love that more games are getting better, are creating tutorials that don't front load you with a bunch of information. As someone with ADHD, I just end up ignoring a lot of the important things. Now I get to enjoy way more different games because I'm not overwhelmed by the amount of information I need to learn before I can even play the game. What about everyone else? Great point, Behavior Tavern. I'm with you. Cut through all the mustard. Just give me what I need to know so I can get
Yes.
down and then play some games.
Yes.
What do you come on? What do you come down on that, Adam?
Oh, I agree 100% with that. Like, it gets so frustrating. Like I said, I've been involved in playing Pokemon Violet, and we're almost done with the main story. But like, the amount of text sometimes, it's like, just let me do what I need. You know, or how they do text over and over. That's my problem with like Animal Crossing. The redundancy of text just drives me up the wall.
Yeah, I get it. And Mikey said, I much prefer games that do hands-on tutorials and text. I love that, Mikey. That's what I'm talking about. I skip the text a lot, too, especially if there's a lot of tutorials that are like press this button, it does thing, then wait so I can try the button before moving on and stuff. I co-sign on that with you, Mikey. What say you, Dom?
You know, I agree with that too. You know, like the games that do the hands-on tutorials are so much better. I agree with that.
Yeah, and Hughley Rumple, I hope I said that right. Said, I can't agree more. Tutorials have come a long way from the older games of massive text dumps.
Yes.
Explaining interactions and games are better for it. A lot of the time, the first 20 or 30 minutes of a game, any game I play, set the tone for how much I will enjoy it. Absolutely. Dom, what's your take on that?
So I'm loving Scarlet and Violet and whatnot, but like I blast through the text parts. There are some parts, you know what? I like the story parts where they're telling you what's happening, but the parts that I don't like about the games like that is like I said, the redundant parts. Like there are parts where they literally are like they're basically like um sorry, I'm flying around in game. Just a quick game update. This is just to show you how unexplored this map is. There's people that have been, this is one of the houses that is being built and whatnot, but there's a wide variety of places you can go on this map that have been unexplored, and it's a safe place for LGBT disabled people and their families. We have a lot of kids that are LGBT that I'm friends with their parents, and they come here and they've been able to create these worlds, and it's safe for them, because when I was a kid, I didn't have safe places as a LGBT kid. So I wanted to create this world as an environment for that. But going back to what we said, and this is a total ADHD thing, taking a detour to another topic, but back to that, tutorials. I'm a very hands-on person, so tutorials help me from that aspect. Ooh, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm just in awe of your gaming. I am like, this is super, super duper dope, and just really, really awesome.
Have you ever
kind of-
played Minecraft? It's very creative oriented. So like I'm just kind of showing you the world right now, but like you can do anything. So like for example, if we wanted to go hunt monsters, we could take a squad of a couple people, go out and then hunt monsters. We could go to the end. We could go defeat a dragon. So if you're an adventure gamer, you can do that. If you're like me, what I get from Minecraft is creation. I like to build worlds. I'm actually we're actually looking into upgrading our server to give us more gears, like gear shifts and things like that, because that will allow us to add a mod called Create, and then we can make like Ferris wheels and all kinds of other kind of cool worlds. But like for me, that's the aspect I like, it is the building aspect. Or you could do like the survivalist. It can be a survival game. The game can be so many different types of games to so many different people. So like no matter what gaming style you have, you can play it as you don't create anything. You can play it as you create everything. You can play it as you just fly around, and look how beautiful it is to just explore. That's what we're doing right now. Or, like I said, I'm building that wall and it's going to have a castle in the middle of it and all kinds of other stuff. So you can, Minecraft is like an eclectic game for any type of gamer, I think. So
But Phasmopolitan, I feel you on Shadow of the Colossus. Um, I still can't get past, when you get your horse and you you gallop to like the big wall and you got to crawl up the wall. I just get to that point and get frustrated. So I feel you on that. So hopefully there's some little tricks you can tell me how to get past there. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that. When it comes to gaming industry, there's a lot of different advocates out there, a lot of major voices out there that are really kind of evangelizing. Erin is definitely one of them. She's a major voice out there. There are others as well. And how has that kind of changed the game with moving things forward and moving the needle forward out there? Dom, I'll throw that to you, and also to our ones in chat too. Just the amount of us out there now, using our voice to change the game.
I think that it wouldn't have gotten anywhere if disabled people hadn't demanded inclusion. Even here on Twitch, I know people. There's a lot of talk about how we got the tags, but if disabled people had not, said we deserve tags, even if they're not used correctly, or if there's problems with them, we still fought for those tags. And now, I can't tell you how many people I know who I've found through the disabled tag, or who have said, hey, I found you through the disabled tag, because people are using it. Maybe not everybody, not as many people as could benefit, but there are definitely people that are using that tag. And if disabled people had not spoken up, then would we have had those tags? Would disabled people feel like they would have been able to find each other the same way? I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, we have a winner chicken dinner.
Yes.
We have Fugly Rumple.
Congratulations, Fugly Rumple. That's a fun name, by the way.
Yeah,
Super
Fugly
fun.
Rumple. Yeah, I love that. Congratulations, you are the winner chicken dinner. And what do you win? Inquiring minds want to know. Nightbot. Well, what do they win? I'm gonna be nosy. Let's be nosy, Dom. Let's see what they got. A hat. They got a hat. Cool. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And don't forget, leave your comments, leave your chats during this Game for Access Streamathon here with the ES Gaming. It's an Easterseals initiative, and let's get some more fun facts. 1 in 4 individuals have a disability, and 64% of disabled persons play video games. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And
I've heard that number. Like, I've heard that it's hard to measure that accurately, and that the number might actually be higher, but that because you can't quantitatively know how many people would play and not report it, so there is a lot of talk that number might actually be higher, and we just don't know about it, because it's not easy to measure these things, or disabled people can't always report, or they can't always have access to tell people that they're gaming. And also, how many people would game if they did have access, or and we're not just talking about physical access. Gaming can be expensive for disabled people, and a lot of the programs we're on want us to live in poverty and things like that. Whereas so if you can't afford the accessibility, how many of those people want to play games but can't because of something stopping them? So I think the number is probably higher than 64%. That's just my personal thought and whatnot.
Nice. We got another winner chicken dinner with Phasmopolitan. Want to give away as well. Congrats.
Yes, congratulations. And don't forget to name the bunny, y'all.
Yes. Name that bunny. Name the bunny, because that'd be pretty cool. Being able to the bunny is tight too. it's a cool looking bunny. You know, I'm looking at it, I'm like, whoa, that's super, super
It's a
hype.
cute bunny.
And if you can too, spread the word about the streamathon that we're doing right now. You know,
Yeah.
if you're on Twitter, even though I try not to be on Twitter that much because it's like a bag of rats sometimes. Just the just the nonsense on it. I got to learn how to get my filters together, Dom, so I can just see posts from like my friends who are gaming and not some of the other nonsense that just depress the living daylights out of me. So, but yeah, share the stream right now. Tell everyone to come check out Dom playing Minecraft and the world he created, and some questions that we can that we can share with them about our experience as well.
Hey guys.
I'm just flying around letting y'all see this world. It's gone through like caves, and there's the snowy area, and you can see the monsters down here. Oh my goodness. That is a scary monster, but I'm in creative mode. Look at me.
It's
Look
such
at
a
me.
good-looking world. We got to take
take
a massive peek into the tunnel system, the job boards, the skeleton spawners. I gotta say, Dominic, I really appreciate your protection of the turtle eggs. It means so much to me. They're so very sacred. The fact that you're protecting from the monster with the glass meant so very much to me.
I don't know why, but my server, it's not letting me reconnect. It booted me from the. So let's see.
Hey,
And
good time for us to jump in then, I guess.
Yes.
yeah, the turtle eggs are super amazing, and you can talk so much about conservation through that, and protecting our species and our planet, which is such an important thing to me, especially with I live in Michigan where our winters can get really brutal. That's not how it's always been. So like the fact that this is a part of gaming and Minecraft, it's so amazing what topics are brought up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and again, we want to thank you for sharing your world with us. That does bring your segment to a close. And Paul, we want to thank you. We're going to be seeing you again here shortly, I'm pretty sure. But thank you for kind of driving the boat and helping steer the conversation. I think we got a lot of really good insight from you, Dominic, from obviously your love for games and Minecraft, and then also what it means for Easterseals Gaming to be doing something like this. So we do have to say farewell to you, Dominic. But we want to thank you again for your time on the show.
Thank you, and thank you to Paul. And if you ever want a game friend, strengthen gaming together, so.
Yes, strength in gaming together, strength in numbers. Thank you again, Dominic. As Kat, we kind of now move ahead to really what we've got coming up, as well as I guess I don't want to. I'm spilling the beans. We got giveaway winners, Kat. We got giveaway winners we got to talk about.
Yeah, we've got some giveaway winners. You might have noticed that a stylish orange hat on the top of Paul's head. That is the Easterseals hat. We're giving away all throughout the stream. We've got 2 to give away right now. The entries came through just before we got cooking with Dominic's segment, and now we've got the winner. So Fudgy Rumple, shout outs for winning the hat, and Phasmopolitan as well. So those are your 2 hat winners for this segment. And don't worry, plenty of giveaways left. Speaking of which, our 3rd giveaway was for an Activision Blizzard key. It allows you to get any game you want from that company, to our understanding. You'll get reached out to by the Game for Access Twitch account in your Twitch Whispers. If that is your prize, then it'll go to Behavior Tavern. So congratulations to Behavior Tavern for the Blizzard key. Congratulations to Fudgy Rumple and Phasmopolian for getting their hat. Game for Access going to reach out for you in order to claim your prizing. But congratulations, and plenty more prizing to come through later today. If you guys would like to enter an additional contest, you can name the bunny. The Easterseals logo currently up for naming rights. Tanner Metro, pretty decisive on his Sherbert call. We'll see if that ends up being the pick. It's a Google form you can activate if you put !name in the chat, or if you go to www.esgaming.gg. So 2 different ways to find that Google form. Fill it out, fill a bit of information, put your name suggestions, and the highest voted name, the biggest name in there, is going to be Easterseals logo name. So pretty exciting and exciting content as well to follow after a quick break. We'll see you soon.
No, I did it.
Oh,
Tanner,
you did that mute button?
I'm not Tanner Metro.
Wow.
I'm Tanner Mutro
Mutro.
here on the Easterseals Gaming stream. Okay, forgive me. Now we have to be extra quick about it. Thank you again, and welcome back to the Easterseals Gaming Streamathon. If you guys are unfamiliar about Easterseals Gaming, well, it's Easterseals, and then the gaming came after. And Easterseals is the 7th largest disability service organization in the United States with a mission to advance equity, inclusion, and access. And obviously increase its reach with the younger audiences as it embarks into the next century. And they're looking to do that most specifically through gaming. And as we know, disabled gamers desire a community within gaming, but often don't feel welcome, rather, or feel unwelcome, despite making up 1 in 4 Americans and 1 in 5 gamers. So Easterseals Gaming is now the solution. They exist to create a new standard for equity, inclusion, and access among all gamers, and to amplify disabled voices and accessible innovations, which you've seen in some of those videos that we're running during the breaks. So you know, we had the problem. Now we've got the Easterseals Gaming solution, and we're doing it on a momentous day for an event like this. The Streamathon is happening on International Persons with Disability Day, so not really a better day that we could be putting this one on. And to help put this one on, obviously we've got a lot going behind the scenes, and importantly, starting with our sponsors, Kat.
Yep, our sponsors behind the scenes. We get to look at Airlock, our streaming partner, and Drafter Media, our production partner. And of course, at the forefront, making this all possible, is the likes of Logitech, Graphite Lab, and Activision Blizzard. They've also been so gracious to sponsor some giveaways here today. Keep you guys incentivized to tune in to our ever so lovely Streamathon. We've got some more giveaways on their way after this next stream segment. So !bunny in the chat. Stick around here for the next hour, and at the bottom half of things, we will let you know who is winning that one. Of course, the Name the Bunny contest as well. !name in the chat will take you to the webpage, or enter on the link on your screen. Fill out a quick Google form, quick questionnaire, and throw in your names for a chance at naming the Easterseals logo. What a monumentous occasion it would be to say you named the bunny. Or should I say you named Sherbert?
I think, guys, listen. If it's not Sherbert, I don't know what it's going to be. As we've been following a schedule, we can take a peek at that one briefly. Also, we are checking in on our donations as well. Set a goal for $10,000, sitting at $275 earned. And we know that the president and CEO, Kendra Davenport, said that she would be. So, Kat, it sounded like you heard it as $5 donations up to $100.
Yes.
I heard it as $5 donations, 100 of them would match 100 $5 donations. Either way, the president and CEO of Easterseals is matching donations, so make sure you get yours in, and we'll try and get this ticker going on up. And the more that we earn means the more that we can give away to you guys, as it seems like we're having some technical difficulties with our streamers going to be coming up here momentarily. And I put myself in the hot seat, honestly, by saying that I would name the bunny Sherbert. Kat, now it's time to put you in the hot seat. What is your recommendation for the bunny name?
Let me get a hard look. Give me like 10 seconds here.
Okay, yeah, you got it right there in the middle of your screen. Got the bunny buck teeth.
I'm trying to think of something that's like has been used before, because you know I would say Bucky off the teeth, but like
Yeah.
I'm not really vibing with that. Oh man, I'm gonna say Steven.
Steven.
Yeah.
Interesting. Steven. Or Steve for short. Steve the bunny.
No.
Oh,
No, it's
only
it's
sticks
have some respect.
strictly to.
Come on,
Okay.
Steven.
Sticks strictly to. Hey, I respect it. Listen, I'm in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and everybody keeps pronouncing one of the players' names wrong, and he's getting very upset, and it's rightfully so. It's the person's name for a reason, as it sounds like the giveaways that we're going to be doing coming up here are going to be a Graphite Lab game key, a Logitech headset, and a Logitech adaptive set. So please, if you haven't already, !bunny in the chat to make sure that you guys get entered in, and we'll be rolling that one once we do finish up our next streamer segment, or our next content creator segment. Somebody asked something important, but I'm gonna have to wait to get to that because it sounds like our streamers are ready. So let's go ahead and pull them back in. We'll pull Paul back in, and I guess, introduce for the first time, one hand mostly. First and foremost, thank you so much for joining us. We're happy to have you here. I obviously could have asked a million questions, but I know this one touches close to home for Catinator, so I'm going to let him take this one away.
I really do appreciate that. So when I mostly got a chance to look through some of the work you've put out, was as a quality analyst and also as someone who's been speaking at some game conferences, things like that. But checking out your YouTube content more specifically, the guides for accessibility. Can you talk to us about how you got into making those guides? I think they serve such an important niche for the community. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them.
Yeah, so I started doing the guides in the channel. I kind of worked my way into the gaming industry as a QA tester intern at a local studio here in Houston. We worked on a project called Dreadnought and Rhyme, and so that's kind of how I got my end in the gaming industry. And then I got laid off when the project ended, and I still wanted to like continue working in the gaming industry because I found it like really inclusive and really opening to varying perspectives. And so I created the YouTube channel and the moniker One Hand Mostly to create video guides and give information to people so they can figure out what games they can play before they buy them on all accessibility features, and to bring awareness on how I play games, mostly one-handed. And that's kind of how the name came about. And so I did that for about 2 years. And then recently I got hired as a full-time position QA at a company called Lost Boys Interactive. And so been able to get right back into the gaming industry, and haven't been posting as many video reviews and stuff. I like to do the shorthand content's a little bit easier, less tiring and time consuming, but happy to be here for sure.
It's like phenomenal getting to see that content. I mean, really speaks, I think, to you as a person and to what you're supplying to the community. But supplying here for our Streamathon some content was going to be Fortnite, will be League of Legends, which you got plenty of experience in, a ton of streams, ton of VODs for you going to the game. So we wish you best of the luck on the Rift. We won't take any more of your time, and we'll talk to you a bit later here after you're done playing some games.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All
right,
Let's do this, my friend. So what you got for us, Kyle?
We're going to do ARAM because I think it'll pop pretty quickly. We were going to play Fortnite, but I think the servers are like jam-packed at the end of the season, and so I couldn't log in to my account. So we're going to wait here and wait for this match to pop, which is a pretty good time to say any shout-outs or any donations we got going on.
Oh,
hit the exclamation
absolutely.
Mark, donate.
And we get a chance to know you a little better too. What got
Sure.
you into gaming?
I've been gaming a lot in my life. My brother and my brothers used to play a bunch of games growing up, and mostly console gaming and stuff. And then we kind of transitioned into more PC gaming as we gotten older and more mature. And so I've been playing a bunch of League. The new WoW expansion came out, so I've been playing a bunch of that, trying to get max levels. So I've been slowly playing through the story. But I'd like to try a little bit of everything and play something once and see if I can play it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And everyone who are in the Twitch channel right
I do
now,
not want to play.
remember, go ahead and
either of
use
these.
the exclamation point and bunny to enter the giveaway. I know last stream we had 2 winners, so you can get a cool hat
play Tom
like
Kench.
Kyle has, and like the hat I had on earlier as well. So yeah, and ask any questions away. If you see what Kyle is doing, and you're like, "Hey, Kyle, teach me that. How did you learn that?" Kyle will be so gracious to definitely share those tidbits with you. How did you get your gamer tag?
I play most of my games one-handed, so that's kind of how the name came about to me. I use a touchpad with my right hand, and so I use everything to move the character, move the mouse with my right hand, and then I use, specifically when we play League of Legends, I'll use voice commands. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the commands that I'll use, like abilities Q, W, E, and R, and then I have other commands in there as well. So I'll be speaking a lot of numbers. They're not going to be pertaining to anything. They'll be queuing my abilities for me. So I can just use my hand for the mouse, and then I can use that. And so that's kind of how the name came about. Because I usually don't use my left hand too much when I play.
That's cool. Got a question. Someone said, "How can I join the league?"
Oh, join the games? I don't know if we're playing with viewers. That's a good question. That's up to production and everybody else to get people into the games. If people do want to play, I don't know if
Definitely
we're
in
doing
that.
that.
Cash
But definitely, if
622
you want
says,
to
"Way to
join,
go, Kyle." That's awesome. So
if they want to
give me
join the
some props,
Discord,
brother.
for sure, they should join the Discord, and maybe we can get games together outside the Streamathon with the join the Discord for sure. 'Cause we're trying to grow that and create a community for everybody. So
All right, sounds good. Talk a few more things while Kyle is getting set up about this amazing game for access streamathon that we're doing for Easterseals Gaming, and don't forget about the raffle. What you can do is do exclamation point bunny and to enter into the raffle, and that's all you need to do is stay on the screen and be active, and you'll be good to go. Share a quick fun fact with you. The Easter Shields Gaming is a new Easter Seals initiative to create a new standard of equity and inclusion and access among all disabled gamers. And Kyle's doing this thing right now. So Kyle, go ahead and do your thing, and please give us a little narration while you're doing it.
for sure. All right, so we're gonna just buy items. We're playing Tom Kent with a kind of a tankier catfish dude. The first ability is like a tongue lashing. I can just shoot my tongue out and do gale damage. Second ability, I can dive up under people and knock them up. So this is ARAM, so it's one lane. And the goal is to try to push and kill the other team and try to destroy their base. This is like not a normal regular league. This is more for fun, where you can just play and you play random characters and it's all one lane. And we try to destroy their base. More of a very chillaxed version of the game than any other
What drew
version.
you to play Fortnite, Kyle?
Fortnite. I was gonna play Fortnite because it was gonna be super accessible, like one of the most accessible battle royales out there. One. See, I
And when you
said
look
one
at
and it
the
did the command. It did Q for me. One. Yeah, I hit them. All right.
what accessibility features really help you out, Kyle, in gaming that you kind of gravitate towards in the
I use a
settings?
bunch of changing my keybinds a lot. Two. One. Three. Oh, I'm gonna live. Oh, I lived. 7. No, I didn't live. Yeah, I changed my keybinds a lot. Difficulty settings is pretty good too. I'm using a program right now called Voice Attack. There's a free demo on Steam if you'd like to try it with your games. It's very easy and intuitive to set up. Um,
Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna be quiet while you use voice attack, and
oh no, you're good.
so we can see this in action. All right?
No worries. We can talk. I'd rather be talking. It's I've gotten used to like trying to talk and use the commands at the same time. So no worries. 1, 2, 1,
I'm definitely gonna have to
3,
check this out myself because this is
5.
like awesome being able to do that.
Can flash. Yeah, so there's like about a second delay in between where you say the command and then the program registers it, and then it um, presses the button for you. And you can do it to like you with the mouse with keyboard buttons. Open certain programs. I use it for like things if I need to hold a button for X amount of time. So like if in a shooter I need to hold to aim down the sights, or if I need to hold sprint or whatever, I use it for that, or running for long periods of time. Anything where I have to press multiple inputs, I'm going to use the voice attack program for me to do that.
I think what's really
2,
cool about you, Kyle, but besides many
1,
other things, is that how
3,
you work in the industry to really bring
7,
about this change, and
1,
that's one thing that I notice that some of us who have had that privilege to go
7,
behind the scenes and the implementation of a lot of these different features, it really
2,
shows just where we're at in the stream of time, where our voices are
1.
being heard and magnified and even put into these amazing games.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes. 1. All right, we got to kill. There's a lot of work that goes into making games that I think once you get on the inside, you can kind of tell how much process it does take and how much time and money and effort goes into making these games, and it's hard to consider everybody, and we want to include everybody, and as they should be to be able to be experienced by everyone. It's just so hard when there's so many different factors and different people that make decisions on the project, and so just trying to bring awareness to make sure that disabled people have a seat at the table when we're making games. 3.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
true.
I'm gonna live.
And please support our Streamathon. You can do that by checking out our campaign and donating if you're on Twitch. There's a
1,
link there. And also, please
3.
don't forget to put exclamation point and bunny to enter the contest that we have. And Wired Dreams, I think, says, does voice attack give a feedback signal to show it heard you?
There's a window. It was too small to show on the stream, but there is a window that shows what it is detecting, and it'll show green or yellow depending upon what is said and if it used the command or not. So yes, it does give you a way to know if it's saying it or if it's activating the command or not. 2,
Behavior Tavern has a question for you, Kyle.
1,
Says, what do you typically build
3.
for
Oof.
Tame Kinch? I think I said that right.
Tom Kinch. I'm just following whatever the guide is giving me right now to build. Though I shouldn't have built. So this will go okay. That'll go. Okay. I'm just following this. So we're gonna build Iceborne Gauntlet first. We're playing ARAM, so really, I'm just trying to build tanky and be a front line. It's not really working out. They have a lot of CC in our team. We're down 12-7 as far as goes. I died 4 times already, but I don't really have a good way to engage. They have way too much CC. I'm the only tanky person on our team. 1. We got hit by the stun. 1. But you can see that there's somewhat of a delay. 2.
Mhm.
6.
Here's another question for you, Kyle.
6.
What are some helpful things
1.
you think Riot can add
3.
to make the game more accessible?
I think it's kind of hard because it's very fast paced, and I'm like, we don't have a good reaction speed, especially with the voice commands. They do offer key binds and stuff. This game's almost 12 years old, but I think for me, being able to like switch the mouse buttons to move right now, you have to use right click to move and left click to select, and so it's kind of hard for me. If it was the other way, if I could switch it around so I could have left click to move, it'd make it a lot easier for me because I have more space on my touchpad for left clicks than I do right clicks. But it's hard with these MOBAs and competitive games. How can we make them accessible and also keep that competitive balance? I think they've done some good things. They've updated the ping system for this season, so it's difficult because I'm using voice commands right now, but I just don't have the reaction time, and so I'm already going to be at a competitive disadvantage with the reaction time that I have due to my disability period. But I still have fun playing it. Oh god, we got stunned again. 2. 1.
Another question, Kyle. Have you
1.
tried
Oof.
League's mobile game Wild Rift?
I do not play any. I haven't played the mobile of the Wild Rift because you have to hold the phone sideways, and the phone mount on my wheelchair is up and down vertical. So I play a lot of vertical phone games. So I've been playing a bunch of Marble Snap. It's like a card game. So that's a lot easier for me to play. So I usually don't play any mobile games that are where you have to hold the phone horizontally. Just is too hard for me with the way my setup is. 2. 6. 1.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to everyone who's donated so far. We really appreciate all your help and your support. This is an amazing initiative that Easterseals have has when it comes to
One.
gaming. I know I told this story when I
Two.
was with Dom, when Dom was gaming, just how
One.
Aaron and I, Holly, how well we met, and how Aaron brought me in the stages when Easterseals was
3.
talking about this gaming initiative, and I thought it was amazing because to have one of the premier nonprofits out there to get behind gaming and seeing the just what it can do, and not only for our community but just for the gaming industry as a whole,
1.
was really mind blowing and an awesome decision by the powers that be at Easter
2.
Seals. And Kyle, what is it like to have Easter Seals
1.
behind accessibility and gaming and inclusion, and having them in the fight with us?
Easterseals is the Houston chapter is really big to me. Before they transitioned into Easterseals, was really involved in the UCP chapter here, and so I was going to camps and doing a lot of things, being involved with them and fundraising and being involved in different events within the organization. So to be able to help the Easter Seals, all the chapters and the main organization with the passion that I have for gaming, is really big. The resources that they have and being able to bring awareness to people with disabilities that can, enjoy games and have passions and hobbies outside of, just like everyone else. And so it's game changing for sure. 2. 1.
Absolutely, absolutely.
4.
When you look
1.
at some of the games that have recently come out with accessibility features that maybe you and I thought would never exist in our lifetime, to see them out there now. How does it make you feel looking at all the things that we have now in games that give us a fighting chance to be able to be competitive and also to complete these games?
Yeah, I think with each year, games get better and better at developing and finding different features and different technologies to leverage to make them more accessible. On that quest to make them the most accessible game, using air quotes, um, and trying to catch as wide of net as possible to include as many gamers as possible, to enjoy the stories and projects that they're trying to build and create and allow people to enjoy at their own pace. Because how I play is not the same as how Paul plays, not the same how people in the chat play. So we all play differently, and so developers and charities and resources that can allow people to play how they want. 1 can make it a lot easier and allow us to express that medium and enjoy that medium.
And there's criticism sometimes that come out of accessibility, when one, and Kyle, you and I have heard the hate, seen the hate, read the hate, and it can get really frustrating.
1.
But I'm glad, like ones
2.
like yourself and others, how we're staying the course
1.
to not let that deter us from our mission, and
5.
that is making gaming inclusive
3.
for all. And
1.
what I like to tell ones who
2.
try to criticize what we're doing in this industry and the strides that we're trying to make is like, when you come to a curb cutout, you don't have to use the wheelchair cutoff. You can just jump off the side of the sidewalk if you want to.
Yeah.
Kind of like a gaming. You don't have to use those accessibility settings. They're there for ones who need them. So
Right.
that's always my go back at them.
Yeah, I think sometimes people feel gated and protected, like they're trying to ruin their favorite game, whether it be Dark Souls. Dark Souls is usually where it comes up, where these games. 1. All right, we got this shut down. And so it's unfortunate that there's a lot of controversy when it comes to those kind of ideas and blowback. 1. 3. And so I think as long as people can play how they want and customize it, I really don't try to listen to all those people with the negative viewpoints on how everything should be gatekeeped as far as difficulty settings and how difficult the game should be. But um, I think there's a place in time for everything, and as long as people can enjoy the game, whether they play it on easy, whether they play it on hard, that's all that really matters.
I love that, brother. Well said. Well said. Now, for ones who may just have tuned in to the stream, we welcome you on this very special event, Game for Access, Easterseals Gaming Streamathon that we're having. Feel free to support this amazing cause that we're a part of, and we really, really appreciate it if you can. And Kyle is doing his thing right now. And Kyle, why don't you let ones know what you're playing, what type of accessibility features you're using to help you be able to game.
Yeah, so we're playing League of Legends. We called it Audible. We're gonna play Fortnite, but that didn't got a big update, so I think it's down. We're playing ARAM in League of Legends, and we've got 2 kills. Our team is losing, that's for sure. 2. 1. Oh my god, I can't see when he blinds me. We've died 12 times, so we're having a real good game. But we got 2 kills, so I'll take it. And yeah, we just lost the first game. So.
If you can, Kyle, talk about the accessibility feature that you're using to help you fire. I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's called Voice Attack. It is a voice recognition software that allows me to press buttons with my voice. You can get the free download demo on Steam, and then it's like $12 or $14, I think, if you want to get the free version, the full version. The free version, you get like 1 profile, and you can put you can put like 15 commands on 1 profile. With the full version, you get like as many profiles as you want. So I have like for like every different game I play, I'll do a different profile, so I can make different commands for different games that I play. All right.
Awesome. Got to give a shout out to my brother, Mike the Quad. Mike is giving us a Fortnite update. Mike said Fortnite had their end of Chapter 3 event. Mike, what's going on, Mike? Thank you so much for joining the stream. Mike is an amazing advocate, amazing gamer himself, amazing voice out there, and always great when he comes through the door.
All right, I think we got time for one more.
622 said, Kyle, what is your favorite game to play?
Oh, favorite game to play? That's a good question. I play a lot of League for content and stuff. I've been playing a lot of WoW recently. I want to try to play the Marvel Midnight Suns tactical RPG. That looks interesting and fun. I try to play a little bit of everything. Sometimes I was never really big into platformers, but I'll play platformers sometimes. Just because it's like a different jump. Like I'm not good at making the jumps and being precise with the timing on certain jumps, and so I like to play, especially if they have a feature where it allows you to slow down the time a little bit. So that's always nice. I'm trying to think. Do I want to play Nico?
Nice.
Let's reroll once. We got Fiora. Ooh, gross. I'm gonna play. I think we'll go back and play Nico.
Nice. All right. Here's another question, not only to you, Kyle, but also to all of our ones in the chat room. What is the most accessible video game ever created?
That's a good question. I think it differs for every person, because I think a lot of people in the chat would say probably God of War, the recent God of War, or The Last of Us Part 2. But then those were console exclusives. I haven't played those, so I have no information on those. I haven't played those firsthand knowledge on those games. But for me, I think Fortnite's pretty up there with the things that they do. Even if you don't like some of the things with the Epic Games Store, I think Fortnite's pretty up there. I don't know. I don't know if there's like the most accessible game, because I think it depends on who you ask, because we all have different needs. So that question is kind of hard. It can be hard to answer depending on who it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like who's your favorite child, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I definitely get it. Mike chimed in. Mike said Forza
Yeah, Forza's
Horizon
up there. Yeah,
5,
I would agree with
in
that.
my humble opinion. All right.
Yeah, I would agree with Mike. Mike's coming up too in the future. He'll be on one of the blocks
Oh yeah,
coming up tonight.
definitely got
Why is
a
this stuff
bunch
on
of
my screen?
amazing gamers coming up later on. I know Aaron's gonna be back, and let me as Kyle is doing his thing gaming. I'm
Charge.
going to go through who we have to look forward to
Perfect.
coming up later on today, and I'm gonna let Mike do his thing.
So I've got a
Oh, we
command.
have Chris, Def Gamers TV. He's going to be coming up.
Charge.
And also, like I said, Aaron's going to be coming up at the 6 p.m. Eastern Time hour, and then 7 o'clock. We have
1.
Def Gamers TV, Pokemon,
5.
Let's Go Pikachu, and we also have Who Knows Yo. We're playing Raft, and then Mike the Quad is going to be playing Apex. So Mike's coming up. Mike is going to close the show out. Mike, you going to do an encore afterwards? That'd be pretty cool.
Highest disability.
But it's just awesome where we're at today, where many voices that we have are being used to really just change the gaming industry, and it's really awesome that gaming developers are being receptive to our voices,
Charge.
and that we have these amazing opportunities. And don't forget, there's a giveaway. So what you want to do is exclamation point bunny. So exclamation point, then the word
Charge.
bunny, and you will be put into a raffle to win some prizes. Last hour when we had Dom on with us, a couple of giveaways. Got some pretty awesome hats, like Kyle
Charge.
has. I had mine on earlier, and that's a really.
1.
And don't forget, name the bunny. Name the bunny
5.
contest. I can't believe I didn't say that earlier.
Good God, that's
Name the
done.
bunny. So you can enter the Name the Bunny contest. If you look at Kyle's hat, or you can even look at the kind of like the logo of the Easterseals Gaming. That's the bunny right there. We want you to name, so you can have a chance to submit your entry by naming the bunny. You'll see the link in the comments in the chat. You'll see that. You can scroll up and you can enter it. And we would love to hear what kind of names that you would come up with the bunny. So yeah. How's the game going, Kyle?
Good. I think we're doing a little bit better. We still got no kills. We died twice. It's going a little bit better. Paul, did you put a name in for the bunny yet?
I haven't yet. I was gonna name him Amadeus, but that's kind of like just too all about me. You know what I mean?
That sounds real familiar. I don't know where I've heard that from, but
yeah, it does, doesn't
familiar.
it? Oh, and I just want you to know the accessibility consulting team thanks you very much for giving a shout out for Ragnarok and also Tilu too. They really appreciate that. I'm gonna pass that message off to them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did good work from what I've heard and seen.
Yeah. Some arrogant guy who nobody likes, you know. Yeah, he's a jerk. So, yeah, you don't have to ever acknowledge him.
5. Good man, that stun is so long. I think I'm gonna put in for my bunny name. I think we'll do. I think Easter egg. Because games have Easter eggs in them.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have Easterseals. So I think it works on multiple levels.
I love that.
I'll put that.
I love that. Yeah, the Easter eggs and yeah, that is cool. You have another question from Phasmopolitan. I don't know if I can say this definitely. Delete if not allowed, but apparently,
Charge.
RN, there is a Prime Gaming Capsule thing with Twitch for League.
I didn't really understand the framing of the question. I don't know if there's a question in there or if there's a statement in there. I know that League does have Prime Gaming stuff if you link your Twitch Prime and the Riot account, so you can get free good goodies. Charge. 4.
Oh, is it right now? Okay.
Charge. 2.
Prime Gaming Goodie, yeah, okay. Oh, the winner of the contest is going to be after the top of the hour. So please enter. You want to
Charge.
put in the exclamation point and then the word bunny right after that to enter, and you need to stay active, uh, giving
Charge.
comments, giving some props out as Kyle is doing his thing. Kyle, what's the most
Charge.
difficult game that you ever came across?
The most difficult game? 5. Oh man, we got owned. Platformers are pretty hard. I'm trying to think of other games. Shooters are pretty hard as well, like Call of Duty games. They're just too fast paced. I do enjoy to try to play them, but they can be really hard sometimes. Okay, maybe buy this. Trying to buy items here. Okay, let's buy this. Okay. So, yeah, shooters a lot can be really hard for me. Even League of Legends can be kind of hard and frustrating. Where the average person probably only wins their games every 50% of the time. So it just depends on the type of game, what the core gameplay loop is, and what they're asking the player.
Yeah, I know what gives me challenges is a lot of multiple button presses at the same time.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
would agree with that.
being a quad and my finger's not working, it's hard for me to, I wish I had a controller right in front of me, but I would show like some of the things that I do to try to accomplish things, like put it on my chin,
Yeah,
put it on my, put it on my lip, and try to do all that. I'm contorting myself,
8.
but yeah, the multiple button presses really give me a headache.
Charge. 5.
ES Gaming is proud to host
2.
its inaugural Game for Access Streamathon event here on International Day of Persons with Disabilities.
Charge.
And if you haven't already,
4.
why not send a post out or tag some of your friends who are part of the disabled
1.
community and recognizing some of their amazing efforts that they have done in
3.
the gaming world. I know there's some really
8.
awesome, famous persons out there like Kyle and Mike,
Charge.
Josh Straub, Steve Spahn,
1.
Steve Saylor, some of the
3.
well-known ones out there who really, James Raff, doing some amazing things, Grant Stoner,
1.
just a lot of people who are just helping us to make strides out there. And
3.
we need to recognize them, because without them,
1.
probably wouldn't see the changes that we do in
Dang it.
the gaming world today. So we hope you're enjoying this inaugural stream, and hopefully we have many more, because this is really awesome. And thank you all who have donated to this amazing cause, because it's really going to touch a lot of people. Oh, we have a winner chicken dinner. Okay, here we go. We have SC Dev has won the giveaway, and Canuck. I hope I said it right. CANUK. Sorry. CANUHK has won the giveaway, and also Conquer 223 has won the giveaway. Congratulations! That's awesome. And Kyle, I'm with you. The mascot Easter egg. I'm with that. I love that.
Perfect. I'm going to put it in after we're done.
Yeah, you got to make sure nobody else put it in, right?
Yeah.
No,
4.
we got proof. We know it was you, Kyle, so we're good.
Perfect. 1. Oh, we're on the comeback here. I got 1 kill. So we got 3 kills total. 1. All right, let's get this tower down. All right, got 1 tower down. Charge. All right, knock another person down. Oh God, don't stand in that circle. It's a bad circle. I need some health. There's some way back here. No, it's not. Oh, it's way back there. Okay, the health is way back there.
Now,
right.
let's say if you were playing with fellow gamers, and what type of support are you looking for in a teammate?
It's a good question. I don't know. I like people that are positive, and don't get frustrated if we lose or whatever. That's like number one for me. Charge. I can't really do anything here.
That keeps me away from games like this because if ones get frustrated, then I get frustrated and I have a big mouth. So it's like
Yeah.
we're having a shouting match, and it's like, "What's up? What you want to do? You want to put these controllers down?" And so I gotta control myself, Kyle.
Yeah, I think. Well, you play with random people. I try to listen to the random people, and like in this game, it gets very toxic. Like if I'm playing with like my brother or friends, like sometimes they know that I cannot execute everything so nice and smooth. Charge. 4. 4. 2. Come on, kill this guy. I didn't get any of those kills.
Kyle and I are with you for about another
Oh,
3
okay.
minutes or so, or maybe 2 minutes, depending on when we get to hook, like the Apollo Theater.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Kyle and I have enjoyed, being with the community and being on Twitch and gaming. And any closing thoughts, Kyle?
Just glad to be invited to be one of the streamers. Shout out to all the streamers that have participated today, and good luck to everyone. May you have no technical difficulties when trying to set everything up. But I hope everyone has a good time. Make sure to donate and read all about Easterseals and all the good work that they do for people with disabilities.
Awesome, thank you, Kyle. And it's great to meet you stream to stream, Kyle, because you and I, we follow each other on Twitter,
Charge.
and to finally get a chance to see each other and chat. I have the utmost respect for what you do and what you've been able to accomplish, and it's really great to talk with you and meet you.
I appreciate that, man. You too. Same goes both ways for sure.
All right, we're having some fun here on the Game for Access ES Gaming Streamathon on International Disability Day, and we appreciate you being a part. Don't forget you can donate and help out the cause, and we're going to keep going until 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. my
Charge.
time on the West Coast. So you're going to talk to some more amazing gamers, some amazing
Yes, we got to kill
ones in the industry, and just some awesome conversation that we're having. You got to get them, Kyle. Come on, get them.
We got one. We got one more. So we're up to 2 kills each. So
Nice.
we're up there. Yeah, we got 2. So we got 2 this one, 2 next one.
Wired Dream says, nice to see you, Kyle. I always heart seeing the different accessibility options out there. So.
Oh, thank you so much. All right.
And don't forget, coming up next, we're going to have Erin. Erin's going to be doing her thing,
1.
Geeky Gimp. She's going to be doing Phasmophobia. So you're going to see Erin doing her thing.
Oh, a scary
Looking
game.
forward to that.
Scary game. I don't do scary games.
Yeah,
that's
Erin
the one genre I don't do.
Yeah, Erin is awesome, because I don't do them either. I'm scared of those, Erin's braver than me.
Yeah, and she'll play in the dark too.
Whoa! I tell you what, if I got to get in the fight with anybody, Erin's gonna be with me.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not doing no scary games. That's a nope.
And don't forget to support our Streamathon by clicking on the link.
3.
That's funny.
4.
Phasmopolitan says I might be biased, but Phasmo
Yep.
It's one of the best games to watch. I wonder why you say that, Fancy
It's in the
Pop.
name.
I would have never guessed that.
I
How
think
are
that
you
might
able
be
to
close
access
to
those
the.
different features right there just with a standard controller?
So I'm using a mouse and keyboard, touchpad actually. But I don't believe you can play this game with keyboard. They don't have our controller support yet.
Gotcha.
Well, we got 2 losses. Well, that'll do it for our 2 games. Good time. I think it worked out perfectly on the time, actually.
It looks like we're getting kicked off the island. Are we getting, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Tribe has
5 people.
spoken. Kyle, I think
It has.
I think
Time to
they're
pass
going to
the
give us a
torch.
boot.
Pass the torch on to Aaron for sure eventually.
Honor a teammate.
Yeah, you can honor teammates that do that and give props to people, and they can earn different things. But we had 2 kills. I had 4 kills total. So I think I'll donate $5 for every kill I had. So we'll get
Oh, awesome.
$20 in there.
Awesome.
All right, well, we lost a good one today, everybody. What Tanner Metro meant to say was that fantastic games. Thank you guys for tuning in, for being here for the segment, and thank you for showing us some games, some ARAM. Unfortunate ending to that last game, but pleasure to see nonetheless. Before we let you go here, though, one hand mostly, I want to ask you, you talked a little bit about the Houston program growing up around Easterseals, but what does that program really mean to you?
Really close to my heart. I met a lot of good friends and good people in one of the camps that I went to. It's like from elementary school to middle school, and even there was a high school high tech program that I went to give people with disabilities different forays into job opportunities and careers in the high school to kind of see what they wanted to do growing up. And so a lot of the programs I participated in, and so I made me the person that I am today. And so there's a lot of opportunities to kind of help people with disabilities be more independent. And so I'm all for that. And so the work that Easterseals does is great.
Awesome. And one last thing before I let you jump out of here. When it comes to League, who's your favorite champ?
So when I used to play without voice commands and play with I try to do everything one-handed. I played a bunch of Teemo, which is probably sad, rage face and everything toxic. But Teemo's just so easy to play. And then Warwick before they made all the changes. So those are 2 I played a bunch, but with all different changes and stuff. I haven't been able to. I got to play Valorant with Tanner. Tanner got to teach me some Valorant.
Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm about it.
All right, we'll do it.
Wow, so I guess we got some plans in the making and make some plans continuing the broadcast. Thank you very much, One Hand, for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.
All right, sounds good, guys.
That was yes, I'm pretty sure I followed Kyle back on Twitter today. We will definitely be playing some Valorant. And shout out Paul. Paul, a great guest to have. And Paul really did deep dives into getting some good insight from the 2 creators that he sat down with. So shout out Paul for doing that. As we look to close this block, but then start another, we would be obviously remiss if we didn't remind you guys that you can still try and name the bunny. We're going to be doing that all day. Exclamation point name will get you the link. It's a small little sheet to fill out. You put in your suggested name for the bunny. I already suggested Sherbert, and Kat suggested Steven. He didn't specify with a V or a PH.
That's so obvious.
With the V. Okay, with the V. But we also have our giveaway winners. On top of it all, you guys saw them rolled in the chat, but now you get to hear what it is that you won. So SC Deb, the winner of a Logitech headset. Canuck can either choose between the Logitech adaptive set or another Logitech peripheral. And then Conquer 223 won a Graphite Lab game key. So you should be getting a whisper coming from the Game for Access Twitch account. for your information and to make sure that you guys get those items. So name the bunny. That's probably the biggest prize of the day. I'll be honest. If you get to name the bunny, that's pretty huge. We have more giveaways coming, guys, which we will remind you after this short break. And also, don't forget that we do have a Tiltify going on! Bunny, I believe. No, ! Donations should probably pull it
Something
up,
like that.
I
Yeah,
would
something like
think,
that.
but there's a Tiltify link. It's also down in the panels. Make sure you guys are supporting, and if you can't support through donations, feel free to tell a friend about the stream, and let's get some more eyes on this one so that way we can try and hit these goals. So, like I said, a short break before we get going. We're halfway done. Back half coming right after this.
Hey, what's your name? Ashley. And Ashley, what does accessibility in gaming mean to you?
Being welcoming to everyone, anyone who's interested to play, and making sure that they're able to as easily as possible.
Any demographic, anyone with any sort of, learning disabilities, any sort of just handicap, or any sort of just, different way of thinking is able to access any type of tabletop, whether it's through the mechanics, through the systems, playing alternate memes, even the font size and choice within the book itself and the layout, because you have some people that kind of don't regard that.
Anyone has the opportunity to enjoy a game regardless of how they live, what needs they have, or what things are important to them.
No matter who you are, where you come from, what limitations you may have in your everyday life, you're able to play at the same table as everyone else.
So one of the features that we implemented early on was animated backgrounds. As you can see back here, there's some leaves falling and a little fire crackling in the background. Some of those looping motion effects can be a little bit challenging at times. So we made sure to make that disableable by any player in the game at any time. You can turn it off for yourself while leaving it on for other players.
The Lost Druid, which is created by Alchemy RPG, and they have a really great feature where you can toggle on and off background motion effects for the battle maps and scenes. They also have contrast options, which is really helpful.
Whatever I do as a streamer or GM, captions for people who are watching, or prompts for them to punch something in for moderation, to make things easy directions for people. Everybody who comes to my area feel accepted.
Light dark modes on it, just because it's easier for me to absorb the information.
Accessibility, to me, means that people are able to actively use something. There's a screen reader, specialty devices to play something, features that are compatible with those things.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Thank you.